Hi, my name is Thomas Michael, and I'm here to present to you a public-private partnership project of upgrading housing in the slums of Kampala City. And Kampala City has 10 slums. My P3 that I have decided to present to you today is of upgrading the housing in the 10 slums of Kampala. Housing in Kampala is really in a sorry state. The problem that is being addressed here is basically of housing. And in fact, according to people like Otange and Ngosa 2011, they described the Kampala city as a modern executive slum because of the breakdown in most of its social services. Now, if Kampala city as a whole is described as a slum, but again within Kampala city we have 10 slums, then you can actually imagine the situation that is happening in those 10 slums. So the 10 slums are basically the real slums, but even the up market of Kampala is called the slum. So this leaves the situation very terrible. So basically Kampala has 10 slums, but all the 10 slums are in a sorry state. Life is lived below dignity. Look at this young man. This young man here is basically standing here in front of slums, of houses which are really in a sorry state. Some are made of tins, others are made of water and mud, but of course inside they are not even habitable. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, that life is lived in a below dignity state. Now, my P3 is to address such problems. And according to Daudi Migereko, the former Minister of Lands, he says that in Uganda we are having 1.6 substandard houses which are inappropriate for human life. But out of these, 211,000 units are in urban areas. Now, this is the big number. But Kampala alone has a deficit of 100,000 units out of the total of 600,000 units in the whole country. Look at this young girl, a child. For her, I think she's in her own world, enjoying her rights much as the whole government talks about the children's rights. It is far-fetched for her. She doesn't have playtime, place, and after all, anyway, if she tries to play, she will hurt herself because the place is insecure for her to play. Then when you look at this woman down, it has just finished downpouring, and the floods are in her house all of a minute, and she's now trying to remove water to get to see how she can really sleep in her room. Of course, concerning the property, no questions, for all the property are already dumped. Now, this P3 is solve such kind of housing projects. People are miserable, and the government doesn't have the capacity, doesn't have the money, and doesn't have the expertise to make this project a reality. Therefore, it is to bring in the private partnership or private partners to come and do such kind of work. Now, the services to be provided after construction will be decent housing, well-planned houses, preferably 2-roomed or 3-roomed houses, self-contained, with improved sanitation, gazetted play area for children, water system and electricity. Currently, a single room in Namuongo slum is very expensive by all standards because it costs $70, and this $70 room does not include the toilet and a bathroom. So you have to go and get a toilet and a bathroom elsewhere and pay for them. But we believe after construction, the whole project will cost $75 if you are to rent a room per month, and inclusive of a toilet and a bathroom. This is far much cheap. This is a typical toilet in a slum called Namuongo, one of the slums, actually second biggest slum. To enter in a room in this toilet, you must pay 200, whether young or old. So in an average family of 7 children with their parents, say two, those are 9. It means that average you can visit the toilet 3 times, paying 200. So that is an average of almost 10,000 every day only on toilet use, and you've not bathed. But for this is going to end now. This situation must end. Of course, private partners will participate, and the reasons behind this are: one, government's willingness to provide land is a very important and a crucial point, because the government will provide land after it has negotiated with the landlords in the slum. And for NP3 to succeed, then land is a very important factor. There is a political will and existing legal framework which is rich in form of land policy. Very nice one. We have one of the best land policies, although somehow somewhere needs also to be improved in a way or the other. Then we have a rich public-private partnership policy, and the government is encouraging private investors in form of giving them tax holidays. So by all standards, private sector is favored in investing in this. Of course, there is prevailing peace. Nobody would want to invest in an insecure place. Gone are the days of Lord's resistance army war in northern Uganda that lasted for 2 decades. But now there is substantial peace in the whole of the country. And lastly, real estate is a lucrative business in Uganda. And according to the baseline survey carried out by National Housing and Construction Company in 2012, the slum dwellers are willing to cost share in any housing project. So we believe the stakeholders are really interested in this P3, which I believe will be a success, considering the political, the economical and execution bit of it. For NP3 to succeed, there is always a very important issue of risk allocation. For this case, the risk will be allocated to the party that is in best position to handle. For instance, the cost recovery will always be possible through the beneficiaries paying rent or even paying through mortgaging. Maintenance costs after construction always are a challenge, but this will be a risk directly put on the private developer, for he knows what is constructed. Also, they can maintain the houses for 1 decade. And then there is a challenge always of timelines, where sometimes actually a project over delays, and then the costs go high the more you delay. So for that matter, it will be responsibility of the private partner to handle all the surcharges. And finally, concerning the quality issues, the private partner is solely responsible for the quality of the houses for the 1 decade, such that at least when there are issues concerning quality, they have to come in and maintain the houses in a way they are supposed to be. I believe this is a viable project, and I want to thank you for listening and watching. Thank you, and thank you very, very much.